Welcome to Silent Quill Diaries. I never expected an ordinary Tuesday to unravel everything I thought I knew about myself, about boundaries, and about the quiet pulse of desire that can simmer where it shouldn't. But that day, the air in my house felt electric, tense, like the world itself was holding its breath. It started like any other grey morning. The sky hung heavy, low, full of unfulfilled promises of rain. I, Charlotte, had lingered by the window longer than usual, letting my eyes trace the swaying trees in the yard. The wind tugged at their branches, restless and impatient, and for reasons I couldn't name, a shiver ran through me. Something felt off. The house groaned under its own weight, the old wood stretching as though it remembered storms long past. That sound usually comforted me, but today it unsettled me. I carried my unease up the staircase slowly, deliberately, letting the quiet stretch before me like an invisible thread. The hallway was dim, the sort of shadowed space that seemed to wrap around you and linger. And then I saw it. Ryan's bedroom door was slightly ajar. Normally, it wouldn't have caught my attention, but something in that small crack, the hint of light behind it, pulled me closer. My heartbeat picked up, each step louder than it should have been. My hand brushed against the banister, fingers tense. I paused at the door, the floorboards groaning under my weight. Inside, Ryan sat on his bed, his laptop casting a bluish glow across his face. I assumed he was watching a show or gaming, harmless, ordinary. But then, in the reflection of the window behind him, I saw just enough. Enough to understand in an instant, enough to freeze me in place, stomach twisting, pulse dropping. My mind screamed at me to leave, to give him privacy, to give myself the peace of ignorance. But I didn't. I stayed. When he looked up, our eyes locked, and the world shifted. Ryan, 23, no longer the boy I'd known for years, was suddenly someone else, someone real, vulnerable. And I, Charlotte, 47, twice divorced, hardened by life yet still full of unspoken longing, felt exposed in ways that terrified me. He scrambled, shutting the laptop with a clatter that seemed to echo through the house. The silence that followed wasn't comforting, it was thick, suffocating. I stepped back, closing the door softly behind me. Downstairs, I gripped the edge of the kitchen counter, trying to steady my racing heart. Questions stormed through me. Why didn't I knock? Why didn't he lock the door? And then, the thought that frightened me most, why did something inside me stir? Not desire, not exactly, but an unfamiliar electricity that I didn't know how to name. For 3 days, silence ruled our interactions. We coexisted in the same home, moving past each other with careful precision, sharing meals, brushing past in the hallway, but not once meeting each other's gaze long enough to reveal what we both were thinking. The tension hung like a wire stretched tight, waiting to snap. Then, that night, it broke. I was nearly done with dinner when Ryan cleared his throat. "Charlotte, about the other day," he began, voice hesitant, almost cracking. I looked up, wary. He swallowed hard, eyes not meeting mine. "I didn't mean for you to see that. I didn't even know you were home. I'm sorry. I hope it doesn't change how you see me." He seemed ashamed, yet utterly honest. I exhaled slowly, letting my own tension melt just slightly. "Ryan," I said gently, "we've all had moments. Trust me, I've lived through worse." I shared a humiliating story from my 20s, one that still made me cringe when I remembered it. He chuckled softly, genuinely, and the tight knot of tension between us eased for just a moment. But then, the air shifted again. Something delicate and electric flickered in his gaze, something that made my pulse accelerate. "I guess we're even now," he said. His words were simple, but his expression betrayed an unease I couldn't ignore. "Even?" I tilted my head, intrigued. His face paled. I mean, I've seen you too, before," he admitted, and my heart skipped. "What do you mean?" I asked, breathless. He looked up, locking eyes with mine, hesitant at first, then with a steadiness that surprised me. For the first time, I didn't look away. My instinct to be outraged, to scold, to step back, dissolved. Instead, my chest thudded, and a curious, dangerous warmth spread through me. "Why are you telling me this?" I whispered. "Because I think about you more than I should," he murmured, voice barely audible. And after what happened the other day, I couldn't pretend anymore. The silence returned, but not like before. This time, it was thick with possibility. Neither of us spoke. I couldn't. My mind raced, but my body refused to move. The walls of the house, the muted sounds of our ordinary life, all fell away. In that quiet, we understood something fundamental had shifted, something that would change the rhythm of our days forever. It was fear, it was curiosity, it was heat, the kind that awakens a part of you didn't know existed. And yet, we stayed. Not out of recklessness, not entirely, but because in that charged silence, we had crossed a threshold from which there was no turning back. That night, everything felt different, and I knew, deep in my chest, that the quiet before had been just the prelude. Something had changed, irrevocably. And neither of us would ever be the same.